Well, we're back online, but isn't it great that although we can't see you here at the physical building, that we can still reach you online? So before we get into our lesson for today, we're going to head on over to praise and worship so we can really connect with God before we get into our lesson and hear His word for us today.
Dry. Sing it out. It's an open heaven you're releasing, and we will never be denied. Cause we're stirring up. Cause we're stirring up deep, deep wells. We're stirring up deep, deep waters. We're gonna dance in the river. Dance in the river. Cause we're stirring up wells, we're stirring up deep, deep waters. We're gonna jump in the river, jump in the river. Deep cries out, deep cries out, deep cries out, deep cries out, we cry out to you, Jesus. And I've got a river of living water, never will run dry, no more now. It's an open heaven you're releasing, and we will never be denied. Cause we're stirring up, cause we're stirring up deep, deep wells. We're stirring up deep, deep waters. We're gonna dance in the river, dance in the river. Cause we're stirring up deep, deep wells. We're stirring up deep, deep waters. We're gonna jump in the river, jump in. And everybody sing it out. Deep cries out, deep cries out, deep cries out, deep cries out. We cry out, we cry
that was awesome praise and worship. I hope you got nicely warmed up by jumping and really praising the Lord, because it's the best way to connect with Him. And now we're ready for the lesson for today.
When the Israelites left Egypt, the people were overjoyed. They danced and sang as they marched towards their promised land. After many years of slavery, they were now a free nation. They would travel through the wilderness and once again experience God's provision. There in the wilderness during the day, God led them with a huge cloud in the sky. The people could always look up and see it. God's presence was always there. During the night, the cloud turned into a pillar of fire, and the people knew when and where to go. God provided the Israelites with water and food and took care of them. Finally, the people came to the Red Sea, where they stopped for the night. Even though Pharaoh had let the people go, he suddenly changed his mind. Now he sent his entire army to chase them down. Hundreds of chariots and fierce soldiers came rushing after the Israelites. The Egyptian army came closer. When the Israelites saw this, they grew in fear and started complaining to Moses, "Why did you bring us out here to die? We were much better off in the land of Egypt." When Moses saw this and heard the complaints of the Israelites, he prayed to the Lord, and the Lord told him exactly what to do. Once again, God's mighty power would be displayed for all to see, and hopefully this time, the Israelites would learn to trust God. God told Moses to stretch out his hands over the mighty sea. A strong wind began to blow that turned the raging sea into a dry land. This created a perfect path for the Israelites to pass through. It was a wonderful thing to behold. The waters piled up on either side, and once again, God delivered the Israelites from the hand of the Egyptians. That entire night, the wind kept blowing. The Israelites, with all their possessions, safely passed through. Right on their tracks were the Egyptian army. Even seeing the wonder God was doing, the Egyptians had no fear and charged right into the sea after the Israelites. When the last of the Israelites passed through the passageway, God told Moses to raise his hands and staff again. This time, the wind stopped blowing, and God swept the Egyptian army into the ocean. The waters covered the passageway, and Pharaoh's entire army drowned. Not one survived. When the Israelites saw what the Lord had done, they worshipped him. They were struck with awe at God's deliverance and decided to put their trust in God and his servant Moses. Their exodus out of Egypt was over, but their wandering in the wilderness would last for many more years.
Okay, so before we get into the craft that I have for us today, I found a really cool song that shares about the Israelites coming out of Egypt and out of the grips of Pharaoh. So let's head on over and see that song, and I'll catch you just now.
Pharaoh, oh baby, let my people go.
Alright, so for the craft that I have for us today, we're going to need 2 pieces of paper. So if you don't have colored paper, you can just use white paper and color it in how you'd like. So I've got orange for the bottom, and then the blue is going to be the sea. We have got a little template which you can find the template link in the description below. So to create your little people and the Pharaoh's army. Then got some stickers, so you can either cut out some fish stickers, or if you've got some stickers of some fishies or sea creatures, and you'll need a ruler, pencil, scissors, and some glue. So we're going to measure and cut our blue paper in half. So we measure it in half and just draw a line down the middle. Then we'll cut that in half. So that's our sea now. We're going to cut little strips along the edges, just on one edge of your blue paper. And you can do it roughly, or if you want to be neat, you can measure them out. Okay. So we're going to stick these blue pieces down, and then we're going to fold the tassels that we just made. We're going to fold them back. So we're just going to put some glue there. Don't go all the way, just on half of your blue piece. So we're not going on the sides where we just cut, and we're going to stick that on our bottom piece of paper. Same on the other side. Okay, so that's our sea. Now we're going to curl these pieces back so that it makes like our waves. And that will be when God parted the sea for Moses to let the Israelites go through. That's what we're creating now. So you're just going to roll each piece so that they fold back. Okay, so there we go. We have our sea that's rolling back, creating our path through the middle. And now I've cut out my little characters beforehand and colored them in. So you can do that. And then I just left a space at the bottom so that we can fold them, and then we'll stick them down. So we're just going to fold the bottoms of those. So these are our our Israelites that are going to be going through. So we're going to put some glue on the bottom here, and we're going to stick them on. Okay, so that's all our Israelites going through. If you can't get the template or print out, then you can just take some white paper, and I've just made an example. Take some white paper, fold it up into about 4 or 6 pieces, and then you can draw a little stick man or a little character on there and cut that out, and then you'll get little guys like this that you can then stick through as well. So at the back we're going to have the Egyptians chasing them, so we're going to stick them right at the back because they were behind the Israelites. And there we have it. So once all these people, our Israelites, got through, then we had our Egyptians that were then washed away by the water, and not one of them survived. So then you can get some of your stickers or your little fishies that you've drawn out, and you can put them on the sides because they're obviously in the ocean. Here's a nice jellyfish vase. Okay, and there we have it. So you can put as many fish stickers as you want, and then you can keep this in your room or somewhere where it's a nice reminder for you that no matter what you're going through, that God's got you and He will fight your battles for you. Alright guys, it was so nice to have you join us online, and we look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye!
I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean in my soul.